Multiple safes broken into, drawers ripped open, closets ransacked, boxes of...
What the feds just uncovered in Floyd Mayweather's house is terrifying. They're going after Floyd Mayweather's bag. Remember the brother that walked around with $100 million check in his bag, said he ain't even got to cash it? Well, they on his line.
I think it got to right now because the money gone. So the money's really gone.
In a dramatic development, reports have surfaced alleging that the FBI uncovered a $420 million fraud investigation connected to Floyd Money Mayweather. According to these claims, federal agents reportedly searched his Las Vegas property, where they are said to have found evidence pointing to complex financial arrangements, disputed investment ventures, and offshore accounts. The news quickly sent shockwaves through the former champion's high-profile empire. The situation intensified when ESPN analyst Stephen A. Smith responded publicly with strong and direct remarks, sparking widespread discussion across the sports world.
I'll show you a couple toys. They call this the $1 million garage.
I know we're on television, Floyd, but I think it's necessary for me to say, damn.
Well, we are on ESPN. These are sports cars. It's a sports network. This car costs $3.2 million. This Bugatti right here costs $1.6 million. You ain't seen these toys.
I haven't seen these?
No.
What? Floyd, this is 7 cars, man. Silver, platinum, Miami, black LA, white Vegas.
Yeah, in New York, I got my drivers.
According to reports, federal agents arrived at Mayweather's upscale Las Vegas home as part of a widening investigation. Initial media accounts indicated that the inquiry may be linked to a complex financial structure that allegedly includes shell entities, cryptocurrency transactions, and questionable investment ventures said to involve individuals close to him.
Hey, what's up everybody? So check it out, this morning I was walking through Beverly Hills and I passed by Floyd Mayweather's $30 million mansion. It's over 15,000 square feet with 6 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms, resort style backyard.
Sources report that investigators seized multiple electronic devices, extensive transaction records, documentation related to offshore accounts, and secured financial data during the search. The transactions under review are believed to total approximately $420 million, reportedly tied to an alleged large-scale financial fraud investigation.
Into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me.
For years, he publicly displayed a lavish lifestyle, flying on private jets, collecting exotic supercars, wearing diamond-encrusted jewelry, and posing with large amounts of cash. However, investigators are now examining whether a portion of that wealth may have originated from improper sources. Leaked documents reportedly suggest he may have either endorsed or represented certain investment ventures that allegedly misled thousands of individuals, particularly in overseas markets.
How much is it?
$1.8 million.
$1.8 million watch.
$1.8 million, dude?
You're the first to see it.
That's insane. That
1.8 is high. 18 life.
That happy birthday, champ.
That's how we doing.
That is sick, dude.
But you gotta show him what he say.
Money green.
No,
Hold on. This watch was made specifically for the champ, Floyd Money Mayweather. 101 piece.
One of one.
The money team. Can we see it on him? Yes, sir.
That one of one.
$1.8 million.
It's a one of one. I love that.
Stephen A. Smith has witnessed firsthand the extravagant lifestyle surrounding Floyd Mayweather, from his expansive residence and impressive car collection to his frequent travel on private jets. Having seen that level of success up close, Smith recognizes both the magnitude of Floyd's earnings and the structure required to build such financial strength. That personal familiarity provides him with a unique perspective on how the boxing icon handles his business ventures and oversees his financial operation.
Mayweather was undefeated for the last half of his career with one hand. He constantly broke his hand.
Yeah.
He would go into a ring knowing he had no shot at knocking somebody out because his hands were hurt too much, and literally walked in the ring and said, I'm going to embarrass you and humiliate you by showing the world you can't hit me.
Gives Stephen A. Smith's strong response added significance is the fact that he has personally visited Floyd Mayweather's home. In past interviews and podcast discussions, he described the estate as a tangible representation of success, evidence of how far someone can climb through talent, focus, and effective self-promotion.
Why? Talk to me about why you make the decision to drive different colored cars in respective cities.
Spoiled brat.
Oh, just being a brat?
Just being a brat.
The 7 cars that you showed me are in excess of $15 to $20 million.
Let me see what's the number. We go 3-1.
And you don't drive them.
It's close to 15 million. You're right. It's close to 15 million.
Mayweather entered a new chapter. Of his career through exhibition bouts, the focus appeared to shift. After retiring, he stepped back into the ring in matchups that seemed driven more by financial opportunity than by legacy. His exhibition with Logan Paul stands out as a key example. Stephen A. Smith openly questioned the decision, arguing that the contest offered little competitive merit. With Logan Paul transitioning from YouTube to amateur boxing, the matchup did not present a serious challenge for a former world champion. For a fighter who once dominated the sport, accepting such a bout appeared motivated by revenue rather than legacy.
Not the greatest boxer in history. He's absolutely sensational, but he retired years ago. And for me personally, I know these exhibition matches are entertaining. I like the one with Conor McGregor, not so much the one with Logan Paul. Looking at these exhibitions and all of that stuff, that little melee and stuff don't matter to me. As far as I'm concerned, it could have potentially been orchestrated. I don't know, but I do know not just anybody should be allowed to be in the ring with Floyd Money Mayweather.
Absolutely.
I just believe.
During an appearance on the Pivot podcast, Floyd Mayweather was asked about the payment concerns raised by Logan Paul. Rather than directly addressing the dispute, he shifted the conversation, expressing his support for the YouTube community and explaining that the money was not unpaid, but simply delayed. He noted that substantial payouts do not always clear immediately. His response appeared to downplay the controversy, presenting it as a standard timing issue rather than a refusal to fulfill an obligation discussed on the Pivot podcast.
Logan Paul, he said you owe him some bread. How you feel about someone making those type of accusations?
That comes with the territory.
Right.
And you got to realize, when you used to getting, to them, that's real money. And I like YouTube because I don't mind getting a YouTube check.
Shit, we getting a YouTube check.
Right.
This is going to be a big YouTube check.
Yeah, so, the money is not coming fast enough. That's why when they say money on the back end, as far as pay-per-view, it take a while, And he shouldn't trip. If he feel like he done great numbers and we done record-breaking numbers, then I understand. Nothing comes right away. Just like I'm still collecting checks from fights 7 or 8 years ago. I'm still collecting checks. Why? Because I made smart moves and I'm my own boss. So they hate when the tables turn.
Right.
Look how many years they've been owing us money. But we don't never trip. So now when the tables turn, they say, oh, you owe us something. Be happy with the biggest payday you ever got.
Recent reports have brought attention to Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s claim that he acquired a $42 million portfolio consisting of 62 rental buildings in Upper Manhattan. While he stated on social media that the properties belong entirely to him, subsequent investigations have highlighted inconsistencies. In a video posted to Instagram, he walked through several of the buildings and emphasized that he was the sole owner, without any partners. However, property records reviewed by Business Insider reportedly do not reflect any ownership transfers connected to those locations.
You can do the same.
All right. Well, now we're trying to figure out what happened, right, with Business Insider. So according to another update, he did ink a $402 million deal for a Black Spruce portfolio. When he said that it was all his and no one invested, he meant no one was funding his part of the investment but him. And so I think this is something where maybe he owns a piece of this or shares in it, but it hasn't changed hands because the majority owner is still the same owner that it was before. I'm trying to understand what happened with this, but I know there's a story that's circulating, so just putting it out there. Whew, it's a tough one. I'm trying to understand, as a real estate person myself, what exactly he is communicating when he's saying that he owns this, because they're trying to make it seem like he doesn't, but what it seems like is that he owns shares of the...
Floyd Mayweather Jr. recently addressed speculation suggesting that his $42 million real estate deal had placed pressure on his finances. He firmly stated that he individually acquired all 62 buildings in Manhattan, emphasizing that the purchase was made entirely with his own funds and without any outside partners.
Yes, Floyd Mayweather has reportedly acquired 62 buildings in Upper Manhattan, spending approximately $402 million. This substantial investment was made through his real estate firm, Vada Properties, and is intended to expand his portfolio in New York City real estate market. Mayweather has expressed that this purchase holds significant personal meaning, reflecting his humble beginnings and desire to provide affordable housing options. He stated, "Growing up, I used to dream about owning just one home by myself. When you work hard, you can achieve anything. However, it's important to note that while Mayweather has announced this acquisition, some reports suggest that property records do not yet confirm a transfer of ownership. Experts speculate that he may have acquired a minority stake with options for future expansion rather than full ownership of all 62 buildings outright." In summary, Floyd Mayweather has publicly claimed to purchase 62 buildings in Upper Manhattan for $402 million, aiming to enhance affordable housing in the area. While these claims have been widely reported, the exact details and confirmation of ownership are still subject to verification. So even ChatGPT is saying, like, that's not official. Whether Mayweather is saying it or not, ChatGPT is saying it's not official. That deal has not gone through.
Property records reviewed by Business Insider do not indicate any transfer of ownership, suggesting that Mayweather may only hold a partial interest, possibly with options to increase his stake later. This discrepancy has raised questions about the accuracy of his claims and whether important details were omitted. Known as one of the highest paid boxers in history, Floyd Mayweather Jr. accumulated immense wealth through his undefeated career and exceptional self-promotion. Following his retirement in 2017, he continued a lavish lifestyle, acquiring luxury real estate and high-end items. However, reports indicate he faced significant financial pressure, including a $22.2 million IRS bill for unpaid 2015 taxes, which reportedly contributed to his decision to return for profitable exhibition fights.
Money Mayweather up until recently didn't have any money, so Floyd is the highest earning athlete in his career, making over $1.1 billion. And after making a killing, he ended up retiring in 2017. However, he dug himself into a hole after making super lavish purchases like this LA mansion. It was so bad that he actually owed $22.2 million to the IRS, which made him have to come out of retirement to pay that back. Like and follow for more.
Stephen A. Smith has voiced ongoing concern regarding Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s exhibition bout since retirement. While he viewed the fight against Conor McGregor as somewhat justified due to McGregor's combat experience, Smith has been critical of subsequent exhibitions against less accomplished opponents. He warned that pursuing these easier paydays could potentially damage the legacy that Mayweather spent years building in the ring.
Gotti III having any real kind of boxing background. I did not see the fight, although I heard he lost every round and Floyd Money Mayweather was whipping him pretty good. I was not there. I did not see it. I do not know. Here's what I do know, which is where my disappointment comes from. When you are as great as Floyd Money Mayweather, everybody doesn't deserve to be in your space. I know you like to make money. You're never going to stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop. You want to get Conor McGregor in the ring for an exhibition match? All right, that's fine. You know, Conor sold that. It was great marketing. He's not a boxer, but hey, he was a knockout artist in the UFC. I get it. John Gotti III, I don't know anything about him. I'm not trying to disrespect him. And yes, I'm being smart. I'm not trying to disrespect the grandson of a mobster. Fair enough. But what I'm trying to say is this. When you're great, when you're elite, not just anybody deserves to be in your pristine space. And what I mean by that is I'm not talking about on the street or anything like that. Boxing is your thing.
In a candid interview, Stephen A. Smith questioned Floyd Mayweather Jr. about his priorities, asking whether he valued his legacy over financial gain. Mayweather's responses, which highlighted his business acumen and focus on earnings, reinforced for Smith and others the impression that his attention had moved from preserving his boxing reputation toward optimizing wealth.
You made money. You're gonna make a hell of a lot more money.
But the main thing is I made smart investments, and I still make millions every month.
Do you care about your boxing legacy?
More than what?
We ain't gonna say more than money. We know better. We're not gonna say more than money. We know better.
More than my family? No. So what's more important? My children. Because when I make this money, you know what? I put my children and my family in a position that they are entrepreneurs. They are bosses. I don't want my kids to have to answer to nobody. So I will take the long road. I will take the bumps and the bruises for them, but for my loved ones.
But fear, it's important to point this out about you. You're not just that way when it comes to your family and your children. You're that way with professional athletes. I know NBA players that have relationships with you. Professional football players that have relationships with you, etc. And the same thing that you just said that you preach to your children and your family, you've been preaching to them. That seems to be a personal mission of yours. Why?
It's about giving back. You know, I don't have to go on record and talk about the things that I do. I don't have to go on record.
To the discussion, former UFC fighter and analyst Chael Sonnen shared a striking observation. He claimed that the Mayweather versus Conor McGregor fight wasn't as financially impressive as it seemed. Sonnen alleged that numerous empty seats were occupied by stand-ins to give the appearance of a packed arena, having witnessed the event. In person, he criticized the illusion created by Mayweather's public relations team.
No, Floyd's not going to do MMA, but he is going to box again. He's enjoying this attention. It's been very smart what he did. I think it surprised him. I think he was just going out to have a little bit of fun. I don't think he realized he could get 4 and 5 weeks of headlines out of this, but he does need to box again, for sure. I mean, you call it breaking news, but I will tell you unequivocally right now, Floyd Mayweather does and is planning to box one more time.
And the motivation behind getting into a ring again to box when he said he's retired, why? Why do it?
Floyd's broke. You got to understand, the only thing more embellished than Floyd Mayweather's pay-per-view numbers is Floyd Mayweather's net worth, and he made a lot of money. But remember this, it does not matter what you made, it matters what you kept, and he is a dum-dum.
So anyone, Floyd's made $1 billion, Floyd has gotten $300 million for Pacquiao, $300 million for McGregor. That might be true, but that money does not exist anymore. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, Mike Tyson, he did real well too. Evander Holyfield, again, it's not what you made. And don't forget, boxing and MMA math, whatever that number is, you get 30% of. So 30% of $1 billion, he still did really well, but not when you're spending money like that. I mean, that's just the way it works. We've seen a progression of these guys, one after the next, that all end up the same way. And that's broke, and they're just not smart with their money. And, that's all it comes down to. I'm not even trying to bag on Floyd. Look, he's just not a very bright guy. He's surrounded with even less bright guys. This is the way it works when you're a boxer and you go spend that kind of money. If you ever buy things that cost money to own, you're going to be broke.
During an interview with Stephen A. Smith, Floyd Mayweather Jr. was questioned about whether he prioritized his legacy or his finances. Famous for his money persona, he acknowledged earning more than $800 million over his career, but stressed that growing and safeguarding his wealth had consistently been his primary focus.
I've already, in the sport of boxing, I've already made somewhere upwards of $800 million.
You made money. You're going to make a hell of a lot more money.
But the main thing is I made smart investments, and I still make millions every month.
Do you care about your boxing legacy?
More than what?
We ain't gonna say more than money. We know better. We're not gonna say more than money. We know better.
More than my family? No. So what's more important? My children. Because when I make this money, you know what? I put my children and my family in a position that they are entrepreneurs. They are bosses.
What's your opinion on Floyd Mayweather? Junior's exhibition fights, do these matches enhance his legacy or do they undermine it? Is prioritizing financial gain over challenging opponents justifiable for a retired champion? Share your thoughts in the comments section below.